Alright, people, welcome back to the Bit Boys.
Bit Boys!
We are stuck in Viridian Forest, and we have no idea how we get out.
With, I swear, the catchiest beat.
Well, that's debatable.
No. This is pretty dang good.
No, you weren't good. I've had the Yellow Version intro music stuck in my head for like 20 years.
Alright, before we begin, I'm just gonna... Okay, yeah, I need to
heal up. We still have our special rule set.
Yep, that would be pretty dang important.
Yes.
Alright.
Get a coin out for when we do our coin flip saves and whatnot.
Alright, let me just go ahead and set this guy up as well. Alright, we should be good.
Alright, here's a quarter. No, that's a very hard to quarter.
Alright. Switching this guy out.
Here's a very easy to read quarter with an easy to read heads and tails.
Alright, so since the last episode, I have completely forgotten where we are, so...
Well, we're in Viridian Forest.
Well,
You're fighting a Caterpie.
No, I understand that, but I am otherwise completely lost.
Well, that's all there is to it.
Alright.
I mean, this isn't a very complex game.
I don't know what you're talking about. So, funny story, actually, when I first played through this game as a kid, I actually had no idea that you were supposed to get the move Flash.
Oh, yeah.
To go through dark caves.
Which and you can't do it after you get, after you've entered Viridian City.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, unlock your phone so we can set a timer.
Alright. 1 second, people.
Because, again, we are so professional, I didn't set the timer.
Alright, Tyler, go for it. Alright, but... So I was going through the game, never picked up Flash, and there is this huge cave that I remember that is right before the power plant in this game. And I remember going to a physical copy of a guide for this game.
I actually still have one.
And just going through every single square that you could step on.
And you had to find it on the ground.
Yeah, I just had to find it in the book. It was the worst thing I've ever done in my entire life.
You didn't well, it's not as bad as the time you thought a sapling in Minecraft was a mace.
That is true. First time I played Minecraft, I thought a sapling was a really good sword. Chopped down a tree and I was like, oh hey look, it's a really rare sword. I'm gonna kill something with it.
You're just like wailing monsters with a sapling. And they're like what? What are you doing?
Yeah, no, I had no idea what to expect from that game when I first went in there. I do, however, expect to beat the crap out of this... Oh, never mind.
Well!
He is gonna just absolutely decimate me.
So I don't think flying type was like a proper... No, bug type wasn't a proper type yet.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it is.
No, because flying is super effective against bug, and you're not doing it to this Caterpie.
Yeah. Which is really unfortunate. That's probably one of the reasons why I love Pidgey so much early game.
And actually on my 3DS, I got a level 9 Pidgeotto.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was awesome. It knows 2 moves, and is like half the level it's supposed to be when it evolves, but hey, it's a Pidgeotto.
I have no idea how that's supposed to work.
Well, it's a yellow version, so I'm assuming it's trying to follow the anime.
It could be.
And just put Pidgeottos in there just for the sake of fidelity.
Could be. I'm gonna go ahead and switch out this guy to...
Oh, just to get some experience?
Yeah, just to get some experience, because I would really love to...
Though, against the level 7, not recommended.
No, not recommended. Like, I'm gonna be switching out
yeah, okay.
immediately after, but... that's gonna hurt. Okay. Yeah, let's go with this. But, no, again, been a long time since I've played this game. Gonna be a lot of fun to play through it again.
Oh, yes.
I don't remember, did I talk about the time that I beat the Elite Four with just level 2 Pidgey?
I think so. I haven't edited that episode yet, but I do remember that story. But tell it again, just in case.
Alright, well, just in case I did not talk about it. First time I ever went through the Elite Four, it was on Gold version. And I had all of my homie G's, like for Alligator and stuff, all set out to just absolutely destroy.
Yeah.
And,
then what happened?
Everyone ended up dying against Lance, except for this really random level 2 Pidgey that I had in my party. And to this day, I have no idea why on earth he was in my party.
Like, just like, hey guys!
Yeah, no, it was the weirdest thing ever. And, his last Pokemon was like a level 77 Dragonite or something like that. And he had just used a Hyper Beam, so I got one free move off of him. And I ended up using Sand Attack, Well,
The
he tried.
cheapest move in the world.
Yeah, the cheapest. And he tried to use Hyper Beam on my level 2 Pidgey. And my Pidgey was not going to have any of that.
He's just he's got sand all in his eyes. He just hyper beams the wall like at 90 degrees away from him.
Hyper Beam's the trainer.
He just turns 180 degrees. Just bah!
Yeah, no, that would be pretty funny.
You know,
But, that went on for like 4 or 5 turns. Just, sand attack, Hyper Beam miss, recharge, sand attack. And then I started whittling him down with tackle. And
did you end up using struggle because you're probably doing like 1 HP damage to this Dragonite with a level?
well, he was in the red health already, so that was really useful.
Yeah.
But no, it was the worst battle of my life. I was shaking after it. All right,
I would be too. And you talking about this him hyper beaming the trainer reminded me of something.
All right, go for it.
I was playing Crystal version, and I just met Lance after catching the red Gyarados. We go into the building where the T-Rockets are. And my son's like, he's like, Dragonite, use Hyper Beam. And there's just a good dude standing there, and the dude suddenly goes, poof, against the wall. So he's like, he killed a man! He was like, you don't survive a Hyper Beam.
Was that before or after the 7th gym, the Ice Gym?
Oh, I think it was before the 7th. So I think it is the 6th, or it is the 7th. No, it's definitely the 6th.
Are you sure? What's the 7th then? Alright, the 8th one's the dragon one.
That one I know. No, I think he is the 7th, because the one before that is Whitney, who is Steel. And she's after Blake? Is that the fighting guy on the island?
I have no idea. It has been forever.
I played this very recently, yet I can't remember any of this.
Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and toss on another potion just in case.
Yeah, just for safety.
Really do not want to end up losing Pikachu in this playthrough, even though he was a big fat mouse.
Oh, there's not one Pokemon, you got this. No, there are actually no Weedles in this game.
Seriously?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out why I wasn't catching a Weedle, and like I have a Pokédex app on my phone, and it's just like there weren't any there. Like, there were no catch statistics for a Weedle, yet there were in both blue and red. So it's like, hang on, did they get it backwards?
What other games or what other Pokemon aren't in Yellow version then?
I have no idea, because Yellow version was supposed to have both, because like Ekans was in blue while Coughing was in red, I think.
Well, I mean, it's never like the Pokemon Company's ever, what's the word I'm looking for? Actually giving us the game with all of the Pokemon in it before.
Well, they have done that. It's called, like, Crystal version.
Psh, I don't know what you're talking about.
The game I was playing. Level 9!
Aw, yeah. Alright, here we go.
I give up, you're good at this.
Thanks, kid, for the $100.
Here's a Pokemon battle.
Alright. So, hopefully I am nearing the end of this forest.
Yeah, you're like right there at the end.
Alright.
Worm fight! Oh man, he's gonna beat you if you keep him out.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not losing. I know how to Pokemon. But for the rare viewers that we have a minute, why don't you let us know in the comments what other games you'd like to see us play?
Oh yeah, that would be really helpful.
Because
we have which ones to buy.
Right, because we have a set amount of games that we can play. For example, we have Mario Bros. 3, the original Mario Bros.
Actually, I have Scooby-Doo, which I'm looking at.
Yep, Scooby-Doo, Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time,
Something really annoying happened when me and my cousin were playing Scooby-Doo. We spent years trying to get past the first level. So we didn't know we were supposed to like get like that pharaoh headpiece and hide in the wall.
Okay, that's
so we finally get that hide in the wall. This is very specific to a scenario, which you'll see later when we play it. And then we've gotten through at this point a few other levels, right? We're on like level 3 or 4, and instead of saving, we erase the data.
Oh my goodness!
So we're like, no!
I am so sorry.
So it was like the worst because we spent all that time finally figuring this darn game out.
Oh, okay, can I just say something real quick?
Yes, trainer tips.
Trainer tips. If you want to avoid battles, stay away from grassy areas. Why would you make me walk through all of this?
So you want to avoid battles, do you?
Old man, help me!
Have you noticed the bushes on the roadside? They have a special Pokemon down move. I did not read that correctly. Many Pokemon live in forests and caves. You know where to look different to get kinds.
Alright, so I gotta say, when I first played through Gold version as a kid, I honestly thought that Dunsparce was probably the most OP Pokemon ever.
What? He only has like a 1% catch rate, so I've never actually caught him.
Well, that's the thing, is I learned later on he's actually one of the most useless Pokemon in that game.
He's also like the rarest.
Yep.
Because he only appears during like, what are those things called? Like, I forget what they're.
Caves.
No, he's in that one cave, but like he's like breeding season. But anyway, time is that's the end of the episode. See you guys later.
I will catch you.
Not if he puts you to sleep. Okay, goodbye.
Alright, see you guys later. Goodbye.